Ever wondered what's the difference between RAM and ROM? Well, you're about to find out. In the vast universe of computer technology, RAM and ROM are two essential components that keep our devices humming along. They may sound similar, but their roles are as distinct as night and day. RAM, or random access memory, and ROM, standing for read-only memory, are both types of computer memory. However, they perform incredibly different functions. RAM is the system's short-term memory, where data is temporarily stored and can be modified. On the other hand, ROM is the system's long-term memory, storing data permanently, which cannot be easily altered or removed. Their unique characteristics and functions make them vital components of our computers, smartphones, and other digital devices. By understanding their differences, we can appreciate the intricate workings of our everyday tech. So, buckle up as we dive into the world of RAM and ROM. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into these crucial components that form the backbone of computing. First up, we have RAM, which stands for Random Access Memory. Now you might be wondering, what exactly is RAM? Well, think of RAM as your computer's short-term memory. It's a type of computer memory that can be read from and written to by the processor and other devices. This is where your computer stores data that it's currently using, so it can be accessed quickly and easily. Imagine you're working on a complex task, like editing a video or playing a graphics-intensive game. Your computer needs to process a lot of information at once, and it needs to do it fast. That's where RAM comes in. It temporarily stores this data so your processor can access it at lightning speed. The more RAM your system has, the more data it can handle at once, and the smoother your tasks will run. But RAM isn't just about speed, it's also about flexibility. Because it's random access, your processor can jump to any bit of data in RAM no matter where it is. It doesn't have to trudge through a lot of irrelevant information to get to the one piece it needs, like it would with a traditional hard drive. This makes RAM incredibly efficient, and it's one of the reasons your computer can perform complex tasks so quickly. So why is RAM so crucial to your computer? Well, without RAM, your computer would be severely limited in what it could do. It wouldn't be able to run multiple applications at once, or handle complex tasks like video editing or gaming. In fact, without RAM, your computer wouldn't even be able to boot up. So you can see why RAM is such an important part of any computer system. But, keep in mind, RAM is volatile, which means that it only holds data as long as your computer is powered on. Once you turn your computer off, anything stored in RAM is lost. That's why it's used for short-term storage, while other types of memory, like your hard drive, are used for long-term storage. In essence, RAM is your computer's short-term memory. Scene script. Next on the list is ROM, or read-only memory. Just as the name suggests, ROM is a type of memory that can only be read, not written to. Think of it as a library of crucial information that your computer needs to function properly. The catch? The books in this library are pretty much permanent. You can read them, but you can't edit them or write your own. Now you might be wondering, why would you need a memory that you can't write to? Well, the answer lies in its primary function. ROM contains all the essential instructions that your computer needs to boot up. These instructions, known as the system BIOS or basic input-output system, are written into the ROM chip when it's manufactured. And because it's read-only, these instructions can't be accidentally deleted or altered, ensuring that your computer can start up correctly every time you power it on. In terms of its role in a computer system, ROM is like the backbone of your computer. It's the steadfast memory that holds the most fundamental software in your system. Without it, your computer wouldn't even know how to start up. It's a bit like waking up and forgetting how to open your eyes. Not a great way to start the day, right? But here's the exciting part. ROM isn't just one type, there are several versions of it, each with its unique characteristics. For instance, there's PROM, or Programmable Read-Only Memory, which can be programmed using a special device. Then there's EPROM, or Erasable Programmable Read-Only Memory, which can be erased and reprogrammed using ultraviolet light. And finally there's EPROM, or Electrically Erasable Programmable Read-Only Memory, which can be erased and reprogrammed electronically. So, while ROM might seem like a rigid type of memory, it's actually pretty versatile. It's evolved over the years to meet the growing demands of our increasingly sophisticated computers. So, ROM is essentially your computer's long-term memory, a library of unchangeable, crucial information that enables your computer to function properly from the moment you power it on. Now that we know what RAM and ROM are, it's time to put them side by side. Let's begin with their function. RAM, or Random Access Memory, is essentially your computer's short-term memory. It temporarily stores data that your computer is actively using, so it can be accessed quickly. This includes data for running applications and system processes. Think of it as your computer's workspace. On the other hand, ROM, or read-only memory, is your computer's long-term memory. It permanently stores the instructions that your computer needs to start up and function. It's like the computer's fundamental blueprint, holding all the core instructions for booting up the system. Now let's talk about volatility. RAM is volatile, meaning it requires power to maintain the stored information. Once your computer is turned off, all the data in RAM is lost. ROM, however, is non-volatile. It retains its stored data even when the power is off. That's why your computer can boot up and operate correctly every time you switch it on. Next, we move on to storage capacity. Generally, RAM has less storage capacity compared to ROM. This is because RAM only needs to store the data that is currently being used, while ROM stores the entire operating system and all the instructions needed to start your computer. Speed is another key difference. RAM is faster than ROM. This is due to the way each type of memory interacts with your computer's processor. RAM can read and write data, while ROM can only read data. This makes RAM more efficient for tasks that require quick data processing, like running applications. So, why does a computer need both RAM and ROM? Well, imagine trying to work on a project without a workspace, or attempting to build a house without a blueprint. It simply wouldn't work. RAM provides the workspace for your computer to process data quickly and efficiently, while ROM provides the blueprint that guides your computer's basic functions. Having both types of memory allows your computer to perform its many tasks efficiently and effectively. When you click on an application, the ROM tells your computer how to open it, and then the RAM provides the space for the application to run. It's like a well-orchestrated dance. The ROM leads the way, providing the steps, while the RAM follows along, making sure those steps are executed quickly and smoothly. Each type of memory has a specific role to play, and your computer couldn't function without either one. As you can see, both RAM and ROM play crucial roles in your computer. To wrap things up, let's summarize the key differences between RAM and ROM. RAM, or random access memory, is a type of volatile memory. That means it requires power to maintain the stored information. Once the power goes off, the data is lost. It's like a temporary workspace for your computer, storing data that is being actively used and allowing for quick retrieval. On the other hand, ROM, or read-only memory, is non-volatile. It retains information even when the power is off. It's like a permanent storage vault, holding the instructions your computer needs to boot up and operate. Another key difference lies in their functionality. RAM is read and write memory. You can both store and retrieve data. ROM, however, is mainly read memory. You can retrieve data from it, but writing is typically done only once during manufacturing. Speed is yet another differentiator. RAM is faster than ROM, which is why it's used for processes that require quick data access. ROM, although slower, is essential for storing permanent, unchanging data. In terms of capacity, RAM usually has less storage space than ROM. But remember, RAM's role is not about storage, it's about speed and accessibility. Lastly, RAM is more expensive than ROM due to its complex technology and higher speed. And there you have it, the key differences between RAM and ROM. So next time someone asks you about the difference between RAM and ROM, you'll know exactly what to say. You've unlocked a new understanding of these critical computer components. Share this insight with friends, colleagues, or anyone who's curious about the magic behind our screens. And don't stop here. The realm of technology is vast, brimming with concepts waiting to be unraveled. So keep that curiosity alive, keep exploring, keep understanding. Remember, knowledge is power. Until next time, keep learning.